There are two special cases of inner classes. The first one is local class, the other one is anonymous class. Let's take a look into the first one. So you know that there is like different ways to define class. The first one is actually like a public class with the same name as a file. The other one is not a public one, but like within the same file. And also there is like an inner class that you can define like within the scope of a class. But there are also other possibilities. So one of such possibilities are like actual local classes. So suppose you have a method and you want to define a class within that method. So actually this definition would be a local class. So let's take a look into the example. So we have a validate phone number method that as an input receive like two strings, and within that method we defined like phone number. What this class actually do and what is that its responsibility? It's by using like regular expression, cleaning like all useless information from numbers like dashes, like brackets, circular brackets, and other things. And it also defined like equals comparator between two objects. Here equals is a usual equals. It doesn't have like any specific implementation. It just like equals generated by IntelliJ. And the hash code is also pretty the same hash code. So what's the reason like to define this phone number here? Suppose that you are not like using anywhere else. That would be one more additional layer of encapsulation, and it will actually resolve like resolve your needs. So you can then use that phone number, initiate it within the method, within the body of method, and use it to compare like phone numbers. From perspective of specificity, like you can actually use most variables from scope. So for example, you can use like regular expression from an out scope. So you see that's like regular expression is defined within the out class that is actually for which this method is part of, and you still can access it. What you can't do within that class is actually to define like static field. If you will try to define like a static field, let's call it like number length, but let's make it static. So you will see the red line, and that's true. That's something that I say is true and not, but like what you see here, that there actually exists such possibility, but it exists in newer version of Java. So you need to have like at least JDK 16 plus. So it's not like a fully used feature currently. So as an assumption, by default, you may assume that there is like no possibility to define a static field within a local class.